All right, y'all. So we got a lot to talk about. There's a lot of tea going on. So allegedly, Ken is being unfollowed by Gypsy and Christy, and they're following Ryan. This is taking place on Instagram. Now, I don't know the details, but I heard through a source that Ken and Gypsy are going through it. I think it's very interesting that we didn't see a post from Ken yesterday, but Gypsy posted with her and the baby and said, "Our first Mother's Day. Baby, I thought we told you to sit this out." All of that's weird, okay? Um, let's not forget that whole thing that happened last week. So I think it's really interesting. And I hope Ryan is not silly enough to fall for it, because I feel like Gypsy's whole intentions would be to get him back so that the public dislikes him, and he won't get forgiveness for that, and she knows this. Okay. And because misery loves company, so if she's doing bad, she wants Ryan to do bad on social media too, and she doesn't want him looking like the decent person. She wants him to look just as bad as her, if not worse, right? And being that the public isn't viewing him like that, she's having a real problem. So I think that that would be more so what she's trying to do, especially considering, her and Ken have already been on the rocks, right? And remember, there was a part in her show a couple of weeks ago where she was like, "Yeah, we don't need therapy," when they were talking to each other, like, "Yeah, I know our relationship is perfect, blah 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 blah." But then now she's saying that they've been having problems. Like I told y'all before, what I've told you guys in the past about them breaking up actually did happen, and they're trying to cover all this up. But when Gypsy's in a pickle, she's going to start telling Christy business, her business, Ken's business, Ryan's business. She don't care. She just want to get herself out of her little pickle. And that's what's taking place right now. And so I feel like it's going to be very interesting to see what happens in the next coming months. But I also think it's going to be very interesting to see what happens when she gets off parole. And Gypsy really wants to use everybody in sight. And the fact that people don't really see that is mind-boggling to me, because I don't understand how it's hard to see that Gypsy's using people. Like, how is that hard to see? I feel like it is clearer than day. Like, she manipulates, uses, violates, disrespects, and anything that she can do to anyone. And she has completely humiliated Ryan intentionally. But every time someone speaks on the fact that she humiliates Ryan, she goes out of her way to reach out to him so that she can prove, "I could have him if I want to." That's not a flex. That's called manipulation, Bookie. Y'all, this girl is unhinged. She's crazy. And I'm a little nervous to see how this all plays out. But y'all, hold on to your horses, okay? Because we're going to have to just see how this goes. I want you guys to stitch this video and say, why do you think Gypsy Rose shouldn't have her platform, or why she should still be in prison? I'll go first. Because she unalived her mom with absolutely no remorse, and she was dishonest in her interrogation. She used an autistic man with a low IQ that was collecting disability to manipulate him for years. She was dishonest and said that she was kicked out of her house to manipulate his family into letting her stay with them. And I think overall she is not a good person, and she has ruined a lot of lives. And I believe that she villainized her mom more than what her mom was. Now, there's no dispute that her mom was a fraud. That's been very clear. And that, she did a lot of things. But some of these things, I don't really believe that they are true. And obviously there's been evidence to back that up. And if you have not seen any of that, I want you guys to look through some of the court documents and also watch the interrogations. But that's my reason why. Bye bye for now. Gypsy Rose, you are one of the most dishonest people that I've ever came across, like on another level. And let me tell you why, and everyone else. Gypsy Rose, you posted this on May 11th of 2014. Happy Mother's Day to the best mama ever. My mama is the most amazing, sweet, and kindest woman you will ever meet. She wears her heart on her sleeves and would give you the shirt off her back to anyone in need. She is not one who loves fancy things like diamond rings, but instead loves to help others. She's always there when someone needs a shoulder to cry on or just a hug. Is a gentle and as drop of snow, as pure-hearted as an angel. She is the kind of person that once you meet her, you will see it, God's purest true light, through this remarkable woman. I am proud to call her my mother. She inspires me every day. And to my mama, I love you so much. The saddest part about this, Gypsy, is that you would write this, but you'd also villainize her. Also in news articles, what your neighbors had said about her were that she was a great mom to you, that she did really take care of you and had you in the best of clothes, and really was good to you. Now, I'm not disputing that there was medical fraud and manipulation to an extent to where she, manipulated you to be the cash cow. And that is a form of abuse. But you sat up on this internet, May 11th of 2014, and wrote this. And yet you sit on this internet and villainize the same woman. But yet you say she's in heaven. That's because you know you're not honest. You yourself couldn't even look in that camera, and this is why. Hey friends, so Nicholas GODEJOHN'S birthday is coming up on May 20th. And I would like for us to make or buy a birthday card for him, just letting him know we are in support of him. We are fighting for him on the outside, and we hope he has a happy birthday. This is not for us to ask questions. This is not for us to ask or tell him it's his time to speak. We want him to speak. This is not for us to get information on what happened with him and Gypsy. This is not for any of that. This is just for us to let him know we support him and happy birthday. I am going to put on the screen his address and his information. Let's do this all together and wish Nick a very happy birthday. I want to make something abundantly clear. If you come on my page and in my comment section, you get rude or disrespectful in the comments, you're going to get blocked. Do not speak to my followers any type of way. If I don't let you guys disrespect me, I'm not going to let you disrespect anyone that follows me or anyone that's commenting. You're going to get blocked. I've blocked several people today because they get in my comment section and get disrespectful with people that are commenting. We're adults. If you can't get in the comment section and have respect, get out. It's just that simple. I am very happy you wrote this because this had been something that had been on my mind. A lot of the people that support Gypsy or support what she's done really put themselves in her shoes because they themselves have faced trauma. And it makes it to where you're biased to the situation. You're not able to see the situation with an unbiased eye because you're not healed from your own trauma. And I say that because I notice every single person who has supported her has been through trauma. And that is the way a narcissist is able to manipulate you. And that is the way she is able to win some people. Because when you went through trauma, you know how hard it was for you, and you would hate that someone else had to go through that. So it's the empathy in your heart that makes you say things like this. But if you watch Gypsy Rose's interrogation, I am telling you, it is extremely telling. And I really would love for you to watch it. It's eye-opening. I am telling you, that was the moment that I was like, okay, this is all a scam. Watch it all the way through, because you'll feel very different about this. And I'm sorry that you went through things like this with your mom. My heart goes out to you. And, you know, I hope one day you do truly heal from it, because I know that going through something with a parent makes it harder, because that's, you know, the first people you're supposed to love. But I want you to put aside your own personal past trauma and look at this totally unbiased, and watch her interrogation and watch Nicholas GODEJOHN'S interrogation. You will feel completely different about this. And I am so passionate about this, because I really truly want Nicholas GODEJOHN to get justice. And until people really truly understand who Gypsy is, he will have a hard time getting justice, because she has villainized him the same way she villainized Ryan, and the same way she villainized her mom. Said about Gypsy is not disrespectful, it's facts. But people like you love to victimize Gypsy because you don't want to hold her accountable for anything she's done. And so you want to project that on me and say I'm disrespectful. If you don't like what I have to say, you do not have to come on my page or comment. You know, there's also something at the bottom of the page that you can click and say you're not interested. How about you do that? How about that? That would make more sense than you to comment something like this and not hold her accountable. Yep, you've got it. That's what it is. You've got it. So now that you know, oh, I'm just gonna have to sit here and be jealous.
Dear Diary, Ken didn't answer his phone, so I'm on my way to Dallas. He has nothing but one time to not answer that phone, and I'm heading out. I wonder if Ryan would let me pick up Pixie, because I don't want to be by myself on this drive. Christy knows she better not stop me, because she know what I did to my last mama. Dear Diary, today I'm supposed to say Happy Mother's Day to the lady that was the homewrecker for her family. And I know this should be my first Mother's Day, but I left Pixie with Ryan, and for some reason, Nina still exposed me. What is there to do? Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Unfortunately, I unalived mine, so I won't be able to say Happy Mother's Day.
Grab a snack and grab some tea, because, baby, the lawyers are on standby, because Diddy's federal trial just got real. So let's get into it. TMZ just reported the final jury pool has been seated. That means this trial no longer is on a waiting thing. It's happening right now in the courtroom. It's about to turn into a movie. And the jury consists of 12 people, 8 men, 4 women, and the added alternates are 4 men and 2 women. And you've got 18 people who will be judging every single thing that comes out of Diddy's past and present and possible future. And baby, listen, the jury selection is a strategy. This isn't just about who's unbiased. This is about who can overlook decades of allegations, rumors, and receipts while staring you down in the courtroom. Let's not forget, this is a criminal case. That's different from civil lawsuits. We're talking about potential prison time, no payouts, and every juror in that room is carrying that weight now. The trial has opening statements, but baby, the public opinion war has been raging for weeks. From raids to leaking videos to whispering about Kim Porter, Diddy's name is being dragged through fire, and now he's got to defend it. legal facts instead of PR stunts. So if you were thinking this was just a celebrity lawsuit with a slap on the wrist, no, the jury is locked in. The charges are serious, and the next few weeks could literally decide the fate of one of the most powerful men in the music industry. Y'all stay tuned, stay seated, and stay ready, because the tea in this federal case is drama, and it's just getting started.